So much to talk about today, so let's get into it. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles now. My name is Chase Sr., and here's what's coming up on the show. We do have some sad news to pass along as a former Eagle and Super Bowl champion did pass away. We have some big developments on Andrew Mukuba, the second-round pick of the Philadelphia Eagles out of Texas. What if I told you that the 49ers just handed the Eagles a gift? More on that in a moment, and the rise of Quinyon Mitchell continues. But we do start off on that sad note. Former Eagles special teams ace Bryan Braman did pass away after a short cancer battle. Here's the write-up from ESPN. The former Houston Texans and Philadelphia Eagles linebacker Bryan Braman died Thursday after seeking treatment this year for a rare aggressive form of cancer, according to his agent. He was 38 years old. Braman had undergone multiple surgeries during treatment in Seattle, according to a GoFundMe page set up to help him with expenses. Braman had been diagnosed with cancer in February. Agent Sean Stellato confirmed Braman's death on Thursday, noting that Braman had two daughters, ages 11 and 8. This photo was shared recently of Braman during his cancer battle. This is something that really started to make headlines and pick up some momentum over the last couple of weeks because of that GoFundMe page. And because he had that rare aggressive form of cancer, him and his family, those people close to him, were trying to raise some money for him to pay for these medical expenses. Of note, J.J. Watt, former teammate with the Houston Texans, other players across the NFL had contributed to that GoFundMe page. Unfortunately, he just wasn't able to beat that rare form of cancer, which first surfaced earlier this year in February. Braman's last game in the National Football League was actually Super Bowl 52 when the Eagles took down the New England Patriots for their first Lombardi trophy. The Eagles sharing this photo today of Braman during the national anthem prior to an Eagles game several years ago, and they shared this statement as well. "We are deeply saddened to learn of the passing of Bryan Braman. During his 4 seasons in Philadelphia, he was a loyal teammate, a supporter of the community, and a valuable member of our Super Bowl 52 winning team. More importantly, he was a devoted father who passionately loved his family and everyone around him. We extend our deepest condolences to Bryan's family and all who are grieving his loss during this difficult time." Certainly had a very successful career as a special teams player, and I will always remember Braman for his intensity, his physicality, the fire and the effort that he played with, and what I like to call psycho ball. He brought psycho ball to the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans, where on special teams, on a kick coverage, a punt coverage, that guy with the long hair, that was Bryan Braman streaking downfield, running full speed, highway collision, and in that Super Bowl 52 game against New England, under a minute to go, he had a huge tackle to pin the Patriots back within their 10-yard line. He also notably gave a fiery pregame speech to his teammates, stomping on the ground inside that locker room, very passionate, very intense, trying to get his teammates amped up. That was Bryan Braman. He may not have been a great defensive player, but he was an elite special teams player who grew up in the Pacific Northwest. He didn't go to a high-level college, right? But as a UDFA, he made himself a known commodity on special teams with Houston and then there for a few seasons with the Philadelphia Eagles. Rest in peace to Bryan Braman, gone way too early. And if you want to type RIP down in the comment section, you can do that as well. As for topic and story number 2, what did I say a little bit earlier? What if I told you the Niners gave the Eagles a gift? This tweet from Adam Schefter last night is going to have what Schefter called a domino effect. The next big domino in the second round has fallen. 49er second round pick Alfred Collins, the number 43rd overall selection, reached agreement tonight, and this was last night, of course, as Braman passed away overnight, by the way, for context, on a 4-year, $10.3 million deal that includes over $9 million in guaranteed money, and that is now expected to trigger multiple second-round signings per sources. Until now, 30 of 32 second-round picks have remained without a deal. Alfred Collins will have 88% of his deal guaranteed, a huge jump over last year's number 43rd overall pick, which was 78% of that contract guaranteed for the same draft slot. Now, this is not a Drew Mukuba Eagles problem. It's not like the Eagles' second-round pick out of Texas and this Eagles organization are clashing heads, that they're getting started on a bad note. This is an NFL league-wide problem that has been started by agents because first-round picks, per the new and current collective bargaining agreement, get fully guaranteed contracts. That is not the same for second-round picks. So agents are fighting for more guaranteed dollars or fully guaranteed deals for those second-round picks. For example, this started because Jaden Higgins, second-round wide receiver out of Iowa State for the Houston Texans, got a fully guaranteed contract. Carson Schweschinger, the UCLA linebacker drafted by the Cleveland Browns, got a fully guaranteed contract. And so agents of second-round picks and those second-round picks as players looking around saying, hold on, if they get fully guaranteed deals, why can't we get fully guaranteed contracts? What does the Alfred Collins signing mean for Drew Mukuba? Well, Adam Schefter mentioned it. The domino effect. Already today, we have seen Shamar Turner of the Chicago Bears sign a contract as a second-round pick, and Mike Green, the edge rusher out of Marshall for the Baltimore Ravens, expected to sign at some point today. So we can also expect that Drew Mukuba is going to sign his contract, hopefully, before the start of Eagles training camp, which gets underway on July 22nd on Tuesday at the NovaCare Complex in South Philadelphia. It's just always important to get these things figured out for rookies so that they can get on the field, start learning, start developing, and just starting to grasp and learn what being an NFL player is like. Now, given his draft slot, Makuba will get a 4-year, $7.1 million deal. He is already going to get his signing bonus after getting drafted by Philadelphia. But the looming question, how much will Philadelphia guarantee? It can be a percentage. It can be the whole contract gets guaranteed, a 4-year, 7.1. Of course, anytime an agent is representing a player, they're trying to work for the best interest of that client and lock down that long-term financial security. Really like Drew Mukuba as a player. I thought he's a little bit of a reach in that second round, but he is Philadelphia C.J. Gardner-Johnson replacement. Very similar players. At the NFL Combine, Makuba weighed in at 5'11", 186 pounds at his pro day. Either he added weight so that he could run faster in Indianapolis for the NFL Combine, or those numbers were a little bit juiced. I think that his playing weight is going to be somewhere this year between 190, 195 pounds. Did clock a 4.45 40-yard dash. He plays like a heat-seeking missile. And last year with Texas, a team that made a nice little run in the college football playoff, that was the first year that Makuba played full-time as a safety. And he had 7 pass breakups, 5 interceptions, no touchdowns allowed, good against the run, excellent in coverage. He allowed a passer rating when targeted of only 12.1. That was the lowest among all safeties in college football last year. And while he might be a little bit smaller, he plays a lot bigger than he is. And he can really read and diagnose plays, shooting gaps to make tackles against the run. More on Makuba here, getting in some offseason workouts with fellow rookie and first-round pick Jahad Campbell. Here they are in New Jersey, doing some resistance band workouts. For Campbell, this is a really promising video because we showed you the video last week of him doing some rip moves with some of his workouts. You just saw it right there with Campbell. The shoulder looks to be in a good spot ahead of training camp. And then with Makuba and Campbell, you see the athletic frame, you see the speed, you see some of the twitchiness. Both of those guys are really cut up. For Makuba specifically, I mean, he's rocking, 6-pack, 8-pack abs. These workouts right here are really, really hard. working with resistance bands, and then working with balance as well, which can lead to a lot of strength. So it's pretty cool that these two have that friendship going already. The Eagles are very high on high character guys. Campbell, Makuba, two real high character guys, and this is a hard workout right here. Just working that core, working those abs. Great, again, to see Makuba and Jihad Campbell looking healthy and getting ready for the start of Philadelphia Eagles training camp. So I hit you with this question here. Who will be more impactful as a rookie? Will it be Makuba in 2025 or Jihad Campbell this upcoming season? Type AM or JC. Let me know down in the comment section right now. Before we continue to push forward on today's show, I need to tell you about today's fantastic sponsor, our friends at Ridge. I've been using the Ridge wallet over the last couple of weeks. It has been a game changer, especially now that temperatures have warmed up. It's shorts weather. I sweat easily. Can't be rocking pants out here. And I hate having bulky pockets or too much in my pockets. Well, I have all of the cards that I need inside my Ridge wallet. And look at this. It's about as wide as my iPhone right here. It's so practical, sleek and durable design. I just have a simple black color for mine because I'm a very neutral color person for the most part. But if you want an Eagles Ridge wallet, you can get that too. They have a bunch of different looks and styles, over 50 plus colors and styles to choose from. And the unique slim modern design, it holds up to 12 cards each. It's also made with premium materials like aluminum, titanium, and carbon fiber. This is the last wallet that I'll need and the last wallet that you will ever buy. Highly rated, over 100,000 five-star reviews, and also some of the intricacies of this are great. Like losing your wallet, it's the worst. But with the Ridge AirTag attachment, you'll always know exactly where it is before panic mode kicks in. So for a limited time, our listeners, our viewers, our real ones, the legends who watch this show, get 10% off at Ridge by using the code CHAT at ridge.com/chat at checkout. Just head to ridge.com/chat, use the code CHAT, and you're all set. After you make your purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Be a real one. Say that Chase Senior Eagles Now and Chat Sports sent you. I will put that link and information down below in the show notes and attached to the pinned comment of today's show. The rise of Quinyon Mitchell continues. ESPN has released all of its ratings for the top 10 players at every single position in the NFL based upon the opinions of NFL executives, scouts, coaches, general managers, and Quinyon Mitchell came in at number 9 among the top 10 cornerbacks in the game. This is a position that has a lot of talent. It has a lot of star power. It has a lot of young players who are ascending. And so for Quinyon, after 1 year to be inside the top 10, that goes to show you that other people across the NFL were highly impressed with what he was able to do last year in his first year. Here is that top 10 list, as I noted. Cully, we can go back to it. Pat Surtain, reigning Defensive Player of the Year, no surprise. Checks in at number 1. Derek Stingley, he just got paid. He's number 2. A little bit surprised that Denzel Ward was number 3, but he's a good player, no doubt. Trent McDuffie of the Chiefs, a slot guy primarily. Hello, Cooper DeJean at number 4. Sauce Gardner just got made the highest paid corner in the NFL. He's at number 5. He has a physical playing style, and so sometimes he can get grabby leading to penalties, but still an excellent player. Christian Gonzalez at 6, J.C. Horn at 7, Jalen Johnson at 8, Quinyon Mitchell at 9, edging Devon Witherspoon of the Seattle Seahawks. And I think that the best is yet to come for Quinyon Mitchell. Last year, he went up against some of the top wide receivers in the game. Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, Malik Neighbors, C.D. Lamb. Shut them all down. I mean, some of the top wideouts in the game in an offensive-laden era were not able to solve and beat Quinyon Bay. The ESPN write-up on Quinyon Mitchell going as such, and this includes the ESPN write-up, but then quotes from people around the league who work in personnel departments. Mitchell, the youngest player on this list, turns 24 tomorrow, signaling the Eagles have the outside covered for years to come. He was stellar in the pre-draft process in 2024 and continued that momentum throughout his rookie season. When a receiver catches a pass in Mitchell's vicinity, he doesn't go far. Mitchell allowed an average of 1.5 yards after catch as the nearest defender in coverage last year, the fewest by any player with at least 30 targets. The next closest, Surtain at 1.9. In 3 playoff games, Mitchell allowed 7 yards after the catch on 5 receptions. Loved him coming out, heard a lot about him throughout the season, and it looked like teams tried to find ways to throw away from him. An NFL coordinator said he proved to be able to handle ones. This was true. The Eagles' defense under Vic Fangio often squeezed the middle of the field, leaving corners with chunks of space to cover. Mitchell faced 76 targets as a result, yet he deflected 12 of those passes for a 15.8% ball hawking rate. Veteran corner Darius Slay on 76 targets did help by holding up well on the other side. His biggest thing is confidence. An NFL pass game coordinator said he barely played press in college, but got people in their pockets. He's gotten really good at that. And in the pre-draft process, I really liked him too. I mean, this is a guy who ran an excellent 40-yard dash, 4.3, 4.4 speed, consistently showed up last year as a rookie. I really like the physicality to his game. And the last couple of years that he was in college, he had more than 40 pass breakups. What I want to see from a corner, ball skills. Quinyon Mitchell has them. And then in the playoffs, finally got on the board with his first career interception. He got so close on so many occasions during the regular season, was never able to pick off a pass until the postseason came around. And when the postseason came around, he played dominant football. So Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, going to form an excellent cornerback tandem for this Eagles team for the foreseeable future. Be sure to give me a follow on X and Instagram, by the way. In addition to always talking about the Eagles here on YouTube, I'm always talking about the Birds over there. Really big platforms reaching millions of people every single month. It's the same handle on both, so be sure to give me a shout.